So now that we have been able to successfully get 2x and 5x as the factors, we can now break down our quadratic equation x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0 successfully. So what are we going to do now? We just have to try and detach 7x from that equation and then replace 7x with what? 2x and what? 5x. So our new equation will now be x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now, we can now proceed to the next step. Focus on x squared plus 2x. Check that x squared plus 2x. And see how you can what? Factorize it. Now, by factorization, the first thing you need to do is to look for common terms and detach that out. Then you now use that to divide what you're having, and then you now put down the result. So if we are to try that with x squared plus 2x, we are going to find out that the common term there is x. X is common with x squared, x is common with 2x. So detach it. Now divide x squared plus 2x by x. If you do that, you're going to get x, write it down, plus, if you divide 2x by x, you're going to get 2. So you are now going to write x outside, which was what you used, which is the common term. You write it outside. Then in bracket now, you're now going to write the result you got, which is x plus 2. Now, why did we write x outside? That is the common term you picked from x squared plus 2x, please. Don't get it twisted. X squared plus 2x. We are going to deal with the other part of our equation. Our focus is on x squared plus 2x first. We want to factorize that first. Then we're now going to factorize the rest. For x squared plus 2x, we used something that was common. If you check very well, you will see that there is something that is common there, and that's x. So if you check for the 2, you will see that x can go into x squared and x can go into 2x. That was why we used what? X. So you now write the common term outside, open bracket. Now if you now divide what you're having by the common term, you will now write your answer down in the bracket. So that was exactly what you did. So now we're now having, replacing that x squared plus 2x is our x outside, open bracket. Now we're now having x plus 2. If you multiply that x plus 2 by x, you will still get what we broke down, which is x squared plus 2x. So now with our x open bracket, x plus 2 close bracket, let's focus on the other side. You now put your plus and then you have 5x plus 10. So ask yourself, what is common there? If you check your 5x and you check 10, what is common? 5 is common. 5 can go into 5x, 5 can go into 10. So you write 5 outside. So it means right now, our statement will now be x open bracket, x plus 2 close bracket plus, you now write 5. Then you now open bracket. Now divide your 5x plus 10 by 5. If you divide your 5x plus 10 by 5, now 5x divided by 5 is going to give you x. Write it down. 10 divided by 5 is going to give you 2. So you write plus 2 down. Then you close bracket is equal to 0. So what we're now having is x open bracket, x plus 2 close bracket, plus 5 open bracket, x plus 2 close bracket is equal to 0. Strike out one x plus 2. And they are now left with what? X plus 2. And then we're now having x plus 5. The common terms outside will combine in one bracket, while one of those numbers that are appearing twice will have to give way. So x plus 2 now will cancel out, and they are now left with one x plus 2. They have x plus 5. So you have x plus 2 in bracket and x plus 5 in bracket. So for quadratic equation, you get 2 roots, right, for x as your answer. So now we have x plus 2 in one bracket, and then we have x plus 5 in one bracket, and they are both equating what? 0. So at this point now you can now say x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. So at this point you can now say x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. That is, x plus 2 is equal to 0 and x plus 5 is equal to 0. So from x plus 2 is equal to 0, of course, if you say x plus 2 is equal to 0, it means x is equal to 0 minus 2, that is x is equal to minus 2. So your final answer there, x is equal to minus 2. And if you say x plus 5 is equal to 0, it means x is equal to 0 minus 5, and then you now have x is equal to minus 5. Therefore, your x is equal to minus 2, or your x is equal to minus 5. So you've been able to break down that quadratic equation.